In this tutorial, we cover which file types can be used when adding materials to a garment file. Materials are fabrics, seams, artwork, and trims. We can access the materials added to a file in the Garment part of the Resource tabs. Let's begin with fabrics. To add a fabric, we click the hamburger icon and then click Add Fabric. We can select several file formats. The most common file formats used are the following. U3M, which stands for Unified 3D Material, is an open-source file format for all materials. This file format includes texture images and can include physics data. Then there are image-based file types such as PNG, JPEG, and many others. As an example, let's add fabric in the U3M file format. When we select the fabric, the context view displays its properties, including the material maps. For example, the diffuse map, which makes up the color of the fabric, and other PBR maps that make up the texture of the fabric. We can also view the physical properties of the fabric by selecting Physics. Next, let's add an image file like a JPEG. Here you can see that the only displayed map is the diffuse map, and it does not have any other PBR maps that make up the texture of the fabric. In addition, image files do not contain any physics, so loading the physics dialog box will show the fabric is of default physics. Next, we add a seam. In the software, a seam is an image or vector file that automatically repeats along an edge or internal line. When adding a seam, we have the choice between adding an externally created image or vector file, or creating a modifiable vector in the software. With the modifiable vector seam, you can create a variety of basic stitches. If the stitch you want is not available, you can bring in your own images. To add an image, we have the same choice of file types to select from as previously. The recommended non-vector image file type is PNG. Sometimes when adding a new seam, we need to adjust its size. The advantage of using a PNG image is the transparency of the background and the small file size. Next, we add an artwork. We have the same choice of file formats again. PNG and AI file formats are the most common. The benefit of using AI artwork is the colors of the vectors can be changed in the software. And finally, we'll look at trims. Trims are 2D or 3D decorative items. There are two types of trims: piece assignable, edge assignable. Piece assignable trims include elements such as buttons. Edge assignable trims include elements such as zippers. When adding a new piece assignable trim, the common file formats for 3D trims are OBJ and FBX. OBJ and FBX are 3D object file formats. We can use them to add personalized buttons, zipper pullers, or decorative trims like studs or pearls. When adding 2D trims, the common file types are PNG or AI. Now that we've shared the common file types for the different materials, we want to make a note that the file types that we have shared are supported by all material types. Here's a quick table to show all the supported file types for materials. We are also able to add materials we have used in another BW file. To recap, a BW file is a Browseware garment file format. It is a single file containing all relevant information about a garment, including the materials used. To do this, simply select a BW garment file. Within the menu that displays, you can add any existing materials from the file. In this video, you have learned what material file types you can use to add new material resources to a garment file. For more information, check out the Browseware Help Center.